Friends, today we are going to study another topic, and the title of this topic is Development of Drama. We have been discussing history of English literature, and we are presently studying Elizabethan period. As far as first semester optional English syllabus is concerned, you are supposed to study history of English literature from 1557 to 1660, and presently we have been discussing Elizabethan literature. If you just go through this period, you will see during this period drama was one of the most popular forms of literature. If the period was called the golden age of English literature, much of its credit goes to drama. But the drama was not considered a thing of permanent value either by the people or the dramatists. ಸೊ ಇಲಿಜಬೆಥನ್ ಕಾಲಾವಧಿಯ ಸಾಹಿತ್ಯದ ಅಧ್ಯಯನ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ನಾಟಕ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಮುಖವಾದ ಸಾಹಿತ್ಯದ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಬಹಳ ಪ್ರಚಲಿತಿತ್ತು. During this period, drama flourished. It was one of the most popular forms of literature. But the writers who wrote dramas, they did not consider drama to be a thing of permanent value. Even Shakespeare, William Shakespeare, one of the greatest dramatists of this period, he also did not bother himself to publish his dramas, whereas his poems were published before his retirement. For Shakespeare, drama was a thing to be seen, not meant to be read. ಈ ಕಾಲಾವಧಿಯಲ್ಲಿರುವಂಥ ನಾಟಕಕಾರರು ನಾಟಕವನ್ನು ಬರೆದರು, ಆದರೆ ಅವುಗಳನ್ನು ಪ್ರಸಿದ್ಧ ಮಾಡಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಪ್ರಿಂಟ್ ಹಾಕಿ ಬುಕ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಪಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಕಾರಣ ಅವರ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ನಾಟಕಗಳನ್ನು ನಾವು ನೋಡುತ್ತೀವಿ, ಅವುಗಳನ್ನು ಓದುವ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ವಿಲಿಯಂ ಶೇಕ್ಸ್ಪಿಯರ್ ಅವನು 37 ನಾಟಕಗಳನ್ನು ಬರೆದಿದ್ದು, ಅವನು ನಾಟಕಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೇ ನಾಟಕ ಅವನ ಕಾಲಾವಧಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಪಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಆದರೆ ಅವನು ಬರೆದಂಥ ಕಾವ್ಯ ಅದನ್ನು ಅವನು ಪಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದನು. Before his retirement, his poems were published, but his dramas were not published. So, during Elizabethan period, if you just look at the society of Elizabethan period, the people liked violence, street fights, bloodshed and action. So, it is an action-packed era period. As we have seen when we studied literature and society, society is always going to influence literature. So during Elizabethan period, the people were interested in violence, ಹಿಂಸೆ, street fights, bloodshed, raktapata. So it is only because of this demand the writers of this particular period, they wrote such kinds of dramas, and that is the reason why there is a lot of coarseness in the Elizabethan drama. Coarseness means vartutana. So, to meet the popular demand, these Elizabethan dramatists they wrote such kinds of dramas. ಈ ಕಾಲಾವಧಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಜನರಿಗೆ ಹಿಂಸೆ, ಸ್ಟ್ರೀಟ್ ಫೈಟ್ಸ್, ರಕ್ತಪಾತ ಬಹಳ ಲೈಕ್ ಆಗ್ತಿತ್ತು, ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತಿದ್ರು ಜನ. ಸೊ ಅದ ಕಾರಣ ಈ ಕಾಲಾವಧಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೆದಂಥ ನಾಟಕಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ರಕ್ತಪಾತವನ್ನು ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಹಿಂಸೆಯನ್ನು ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಹವೆವರ್, Shakespeare rose above the popular taste and gave much more than the age demanded. Though there was such kind of demands, Shakespeare's some of the dramas are totally different. In an age where Jews were thought to be devils, he gave us Shylock. In an age action was admired, he gave us Hamlet. ಸೊ ಆ ಕಾಲಾವಧಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಂಥ ಜನರಿಗೆ ರಕ್ತಪಾತ ಮತ್ತು ಹಿಂಸೆ ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಗ್ತಿತ್ತು. ಆದರೆ ಕೂಡ ಇಂಥ ಒಂದು ಕಾಲಾವಧಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮಹಾನ್ ಲೇಖಕನಾದ ವಿಲಿಯಂ ಶೇಕ್ಸ್ಪಿಯರ್ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ವಿಶಿಷ್ಟವಾದ ನಾಟಕಗಳನ್ನು ಬರೆದನು. ಈ ಕಾಲಾವಧಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಯಹೂದಿ ಜನಾಂಗಕ್ಕೆ ಜನ ದೆವ್ವ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದರು. ದೇ ವೇರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟೆಡ್ ಬೈ ದೋಸ್ ಕ್ರಿಶ್ಚಿಯನ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ಹಿಸ್ ಮರ್ಚೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ವೆನಿಸ್ he created a character. The name of that character is Shylock. He was a Jew and the drama became very popular. In an age where action was more important, he gave us Hamlet. Hamlet is a character in this particular character we can see he was not an action oriented hero. Hamlet did not take actions and that is the reason he suffers. Now let us study the origin of drama. Natakada ugama. So if you look at English drama, you will see that English drama was not an imported commodity. So if you just look at English drama, it is not an imported commodity, means it is not brought from some other languages. ಅದನ್ನು ಆಮದು ಮಾಡಿ ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ. It belongs to the native soil of England. Its origin is similar to that of Greek drama. It was born as a religious ritual. So, when we look at English drama is not an imported commodity. Its origin, ugama, is similar to that of Greek drama, as we see how Greek drama came into existence. Similarly, English drama also is an outcome of a religious ritual. ಒಂದು ಧಾರ್ಮಿಕ ಸಂಸ್ಕಾರ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ರಿಚುವಲ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಸಂಸ್ಕಾರ. ಸೊ ಒಂದು ಧಾರ್ಮಿಕ ವಿಧಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ನಾಟಕದ ಉಗಮ ಆಯಿತು. Miracles and mysteries. So if you look at the earliest form of English drama, it is known by the name miracle and mystery play. Play means nataka. So when we study English drama and its origin, we see that the earliest drama was a religious ritual It was started in the church. So, on every Sunday, people used to gather in the churches. While serving these masses, these common people, the priests, they wanted to make their sermons more interesting. They wanted that these uneducated people should attend their sermons. Sermon means pravachana. So these church people, they started dramatizing certain parts of the Bible. The Bible is a holy book. On every Sunday, people used to come to the churches for prayers. On these Sunday prayers, the priests, they started dramatizing certain parts of the Bible so that people should come more in number. So the practice began to be liked by the people, and the priests were initially encouraged. So this practice of dramatizing certain portions of the Bible was more interesting. So people started coming to the churches, and initially, prarambhadali, the priests were encouraged. So these early attempts are called miracle and mystery plays. ಈ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭಿಕ ಅವಧಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ರೀತಿ ನಾಟಕಗಳನ್ನು ಏನು ನಡೆಸಲಾಯಿತು ಚರ್ಚ್ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ, ಅವುಗಳಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಮಿರಾಕಲ್ ಮತ್ತು ಮಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ನಾಟಕಗಳು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಪ್ರತಿ ರವಿವಾರ ಪ್ರಾರ್ಥನೆಗಾಗಿ ಜನ ಚರ್ಚ್ಗೆ ಬರ್ತಿದ್ರು. ಆದರೆ ಅಶಿಕ್ಷಿತ ಜನ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಆದ ಕಾರಣ ಆ ಪ್ರೀಸ್ಟ್ ಧರ್ಮಗುರುಗಳು ಅವರು ಬೈಬಲ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಂಥ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಕಥೆಗಳನ್ನು ನಾಟಕ ರೂಪದಲ್ಲಿ ತೋರಿಸಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಜನ ಈ ಪ್ರೇಯರ್ಗಳಿಗೆ, ಈ ಪ್ರಾರ್ಥನೆಗಳಿಗೆ ಹಾಜರಾಗಲು ಪ್ರಾರಂಭಿಸಿದರು. ಈ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭಿಕ ಅವಧಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೆದಂಥ ನಾಟಕಗಳಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಮಿರಾಕಲ್ ಮತ್ತು ಮಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಇನ್ ಫ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ದೇರ್ ವಾಸ್ ಅ ಡಿಸ್ಟಿಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ದ ಟು. ಸೊ ಫ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ವ್ಯತ್ಯಾಸಗಳು ಇದ್ದು, ಈ ಮಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಮಿರಾಕಲ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್. ಮಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ವೇರ್ ಸ್ಟೋರೀಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಬೈಬಲ್ ಮೇನ್ಲಿ ಡೀಲಿಂಗ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಲೈಫ್ ಆಫ್ ಕ್ರೈಸ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ಫ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಮಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್, ಮಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ನಾಟಕಗಳು ಈ ಬೈಬಲ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಂಥ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಸನ್ನಿವೇಶಗಳು, ಜೀಸಸ್ ಕ್ರೈಸ್ಟಿಗೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಿಸಿದಂಥ ಸನ್ನಿವೇಶಗಳನ್ನು ನಾಟಕ ರೂಪದಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ಪ್ರದರ್ಶಿಸಿದರು. ಸೊ ಫ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ there was a distinction between the miracle plays and the mystery plays. Miracle plays were stories connected with the saints. Santara Jeeva. So when we look at the development of drama in England, as far as these miracle and mystery plays are concerned, this distinction did not exist in England. So if we look at the English miracle plays, the earliest English miracle play was Ludus de Saint Catherine, means the story of Saint Catherine. It was probably in 1110 this miracle play was performed in a church. So for nearly 4 centuries these miracle plays slowly and gradually increased in number and popularity. As you know very well, when The miracle plays and mystery plays were played in the churches on every Saturday or during Christmas. Gradually, the church could not control them. It went out of their control because more number of people used to gather to watch these miracle plays. So the church was not sufficient. So naturally, these plays were shifted to the churchyard. Here in the open place, people felt free to introduce some humor because inside the church there was no humor, hasya. But when these plays came out of the church in the open air, some humor was added. So many a times these comic elements they went out of control. As far as humor is concerned, hasya, when these plays were performed outside the church, these elements they went out of the control. So the church authorities sent them out of church. So it all started in church, then it came in the churchyard, and from there it came out of the church. Because when the comic elements were introduced, when humor was introduced, it went out of the control of the church authorities. Its basic purpose was to enact some incidents from Bible. But when the comic elements were introduced, the drama or these plays they went out of the control of the church authorities. So by the year 1300, the priests started teaching against dramatic performances. They considered them ungodly. ಸೊ 11ನೇ ಶತಮಾನದಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ನಾಟಕಗಳು ಚರ್ಚ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ಆಗಿದ್ರು. ಆದರೆ ಚರ್ಚ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವಾಗ ಮಿರಾಕಲ್ ಮತ್ತು ಮಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ನಾಟಕಗಳು ಪ್ರದರ್ಶನ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಜನ ನೋಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದಾಗ ಚರ್ಚ್ ಒಳಗಿಂದ ಅದು ಚರ್ಚ್ ಯಾರ್ಡ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂತು. ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬಂದಾಗ ಆ ನಾಟಕಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಸ್ಯವನ್ನು ಸೇರಿಸಲಾಯಿತು. ಸೊ ಜನ ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಆದಾಗ ಈ 200 ವರ್ಷದಲ್ಲಿ ಸುಮಾರು 13ನೇ ಶತಮಾನದಲ್ಲಿ ಚರ್ಚ್ದಿಂದ ಈ ನಾಟಕಗಳಿಗೆ ಹೊರಗೆ ಹಾಕಲಾಯಿತು. ಈ ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಧರ್ಮಗುರುಗಳು ಈ ನಾಟಕ ಮತ್ತು ನಾಟಕದ ಪ್ರದರ್ಶನ ಸರಿಯಲ್ಲ, ಅವರು ನಾಟಕಗಳ ವಿರುದ್ಧ, ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾಗವಹಿಸುವವರು ಅಥವಾ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಏನಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ ಅವರು ವಿರುದ್ಧವಾಗಿ ಮಾತನಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ಮಾಡಿದರು. ನಾಟಕ ನೋಡೋದು ಅದು ಅನ್ಗಾಡ್ಲಿ ಅದು ಒಂದು ಪಾಪ ಅಂತ ಅವರು ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ಮಾಡಿದರು. When it came out of the church, the plays were steadily performed at Christmas and Easter. So when these plays came out of the church, they were performed on festivals like Christmas and Easter. So ಈಸ್ಟರ್ ಮತ್ತು ಕ್ರಿಸ್ಮಸ್ ಸಂದರ್ಭಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ನಾಟಕಗಳನ್ನು ಪ್ರದರ್ಶಿಸಲಾಯಿತು. So during Christmas, plays connected with the birth of Christ were performed, and at Easter, plays connected with the crucifixion of Christ were performed. ಸೊ ಕ್ರಿಸ್ಮಸ್ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಜೀಸಸ್ ಕ್ರೈಸ್ಟ್ ಜನನದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾಟಕಗಳನ್ನು ಆಡ್ತಿದ್ರು ಮತ್ತು ಈಸ್ಟರ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ಯೇಸು ಕ್ರಿಸ್ತನ ಕ್ರೂಸಿಫಿಕೇಷನ್ ಏನು ನಡೀತು, ಕ್ರೂಸಿಫಿಕ್ಷನ್ ಅದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾಟಕಗಳನ್ನು ಪ್ರದರ್ಶಿಸಲಾಯಿತು. ವೆರಿ ಸೂನ್ the miracle plays develop into cycles of plays consisting of many plays beginning with the creation and ending with the final judgment. So now when these miracle plays came out of the church and slowly gradually they were being performed during festive occasions, these plays they came into, you know, they were being developed into cycles of plays. So there were like episodes. So these plays began with the creation and they ended with the final judgment. So God created this universe. He created man and woman, the first man and the first woman, Adam and Eve. So this is the creation, and since the creation till the end is final judgment, that is pralaya, kayamat. So everything that begins has to end. So similarly, the universe was created by the God. It is He who created man and woman, and it is He who is going to destroy everything. By this time, the drama had already gone out of the hands of the church authorities. I have already told you, by the end of the 12th century and the beginning of the 13th century, the drama had gone out of the hands of the church authorities. Now there were drama companies. It was assigned to guilds, sangha. For example, there were the guild of fishermen. There were many cycles like the Chester cycle with 30 plays, the Coventry cycle with 42 plays, and the York cycle with 48 plays. The moment the drama came out of the church, there were some guilds, sanghagalu. So there is a guild, its name is the Guild of Fishermen, and this particular Guild of Fishermen had many cycles of plays. The Chester cycle, it had 30 plays. The Coventry cycle, it had 42 plays. And the New York cycle, the York cycle with 48 plays. ಸೊ ಯಾವಾಗ ಈ ನಾಟಕಗಳು ಚರ್ಚಿಂದ ಹೊರಗೆ ಬಂದು ಆವಾಗ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಜನ ಸಂಘಗಳನ್ನು ಸ್ಥಾಪನೆ ಮಾಡಿ ನಾಟಕಗಳನ್ನು ಪ್ರದರ್ಶಿಸಲು ಪ್ರಾರಂಭಿಸಿದರು. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಸಂಘ ಏನಿತ್ತು ಅಂದರೆ ದ ಫಿಶರ್ಮನ್ ಸಂಘ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ನಾಟಕಗಳ ಸರಣಿ ಇತ್ತು. ಈ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ದ ಚೆಸ್ಟರ್ ಸೈಕಲ್ ಅಂತ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ 30 ನಾಟಕಗಳು ಇದ್ದು, ದ ಕಾವೆಂಟ್ರಿ ಸೈಕಲ್ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ 42 ನಾಟಕಗಳು, ದ ಯಾರ್ಕ್ ಸೈಕಲ್ದಲ್ಲಿ 48 ನಾಟಕಗಳು. Now let us look at the stage and the actors. The stage was set on wheels. Wheel ಅಂದರೆ ಗಾಲಿ. So the stage was set on wheels. It consisted of 2 stories. 2 ಅಂತಸ್ತು. The lower and the upper. ಕೆಳಗಿನ ಅಂತಸ್ತು ಮತ್ತು ಮೇಲಿನ ಅಂತಸ್ತು. The upper story was the stage proper. ಸೊ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಮೇಲೆ ನಾಟಕಗಳನ್ನು, ಮೇಲಿಂದ ಏನು ಭಾಗ ಇತ್ತು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಪ್ಪರ್ ಸ್ಟೋರಿ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಅದರ ಮೇಲೆ ನಾಟಕಗಳನ್ನು ಪ್ರದರ್ಶಿಸಲಾಗ್ತಿದ್ದು. ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಪ್ಲೇಡ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಲೋವರ್ ಚೇಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಅಪಿಯರ್ಡ್ ಥ್ರೂ ಅ ಡೋರ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಫ್ಲೋರ್. ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಟೇಡ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಲೋವರ್ ಚೇಂಬರ್ಸ್, ಆ ಮೇಲ್ಭಾಗಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಒಳಗಿಂದ ಭಾಗ ಏನಿತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಇರ್ತಿದ್ರು. ಅವರು ಒಂದು ಬಾಗಿಲದ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಬರ್ತಿದ್ರು. ದೇರ್ ವಾಸ್ ಅ ಹೆಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಡ್ರ್ಯಾಗನ್ ಆನ್ ಒನ್ ಸೈಡ್. ಡ್ರ್ಯಾಗನ್ ಮುಖವಾಡ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದ ಒಂದು ಭಾಗ ಇತ್ತು. ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಸಪೋಸ್ ಟು ಬಿ ದ ಮೌತ್ ಆಫ್ ಹೆಲ್, ನರಕದ ದ್ವಾರ ಅಂತ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂತಿದ್ರು. ದೇರ್ ವಾಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಮಚ್ ಬೈ ವೇ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ. ನೌ ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ stage of development of English drama was marked by the birth of morality plays. Here the characters are personifications like life, death, repentance, goodness, love, greed, and other virtues and vices. ಮುಂದಿನ ಬೆಳವಣಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಮೊರಾಲಿಟಿ ನಾಟಕಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಈ ನಾಟಕಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾತ್ರಗಳು ವ್ಯಕ್ತೀಕರಣ ಆಗಿ ಬರ್ತಿದ್ವು. ಜೀವನ ಒಂದು ಪಾತ್ರ ಇರ್ತಿತ್ತು. ಡೆತ್, ರಿಪೆಂಟನ್ಸ್, ಪಶ್ಚಾತ್ತಾಪ, ಗುಡ್ನೆಸ್, ಲವ್, ಗ್ರೀಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಅದರ್ ವರ್ಚ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವೈಸಸ್. ಈ ಸದ್ಗುಣಗಳು ಅಥವಾ ದುರ್ಗುಣಗಳು ಪಾತ್ರ ಆಗಿ ಬಳಕೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಈ ನಾಟಕಗಳ ನಿರ್ಮಾಣ ಆಗ್ತಿತ್ತು. The miracle plays gave no scope for originality. I have already told you about miracle plays. These plays are based on the Bible. There was no originality, but they offered ample scope for plot and incidents. So there was a lot of scope for plot and incidents. So as far as the theme, the story is concerned, for story they offered lot of scope to enliven the audience. The morality plays offered increased horseplay. So in order to attract audience and to make them enliven, these morality plays, they increased horseplay, violence. The morality generally ended with the triumph of virtue, the devil jumping into the mouth of hell and vice on his back. ಸೊ ಈ ಮೊರಾಲಿಟಿ ನಾಟಕಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಟ್ರೈಂಫ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಜಯ, ಸದ್ಗುಣಗಳ ಜಯ ಆಗ್ತಿತ್ತು. ಈ ದೆವ್ವ ನರಕಕ್ಕೆ ದುರ್ಗುಣದ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಿತ್ತು. One of the most popular moralities is every man. Every man is one of the most popular morality plays, and this every man is summoned by death. The moral of the play is that nobody is safe from death except an honest life and comforts of religion. ಸೊ ಈ ನಾಟಕದ ಮೂಲಕ ಲೇಖಕ ಒಂದು ನೈತಿಕತೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. ಒಬ್ಬ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಜೀವನ, ವಿನಮ್ರವಾದ ಜೀವನ ಮತ್ತು ಧಾರ್ಮಿಕತೆ ಇರುವಂಥ ಜೀವನ, ಅದು ಒಂದು ಹೊರತುಪಡಿಸಿದರೆ ಸಾವಿನಿಂದ ಯಾರನ್ನೂ ನಾವು ಉಳಿಸಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯವಿಲ್ಲ. So one who is a virtuous man, one who is an honest man, one who is a religious man, he can be safe from death. No doubt he is also going to die, but he will be sent to heaven. And a person who is not religious, a sinner, papi, is going to be sent to hell. The other well-known morality play is Pride of Life. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಮೊರಾಲಿಟಿ ನಾಟಕ ಪ್ರೈಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಲೈಫ್. ಸೊ ಈ ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಬೆಳವಣಿಗೆ ಆಯಿತು. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಇಂಟರ್ಲ್ಯೂಡ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. So in practical terms, no accurate line of distinction can be drawn between morality and interludes. So as far as these two types of plays are concerned, You cannot have an accurate line of distinction between the two. The interludes were natural outcrop the outcome of the morality plays. So, what is an interlude? Interlude is nothing but the comic element which was introduced and developed by these morality plays. Very often, this part was played when the king and the other dignitaries had gone away. ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯವಾಗಿ ನಾಟಕಗಳನ್ನು ನೋಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ರಾಜರು ಮಹಾರಾಜರು ಏನು ಹಾಜರಿರ್ತಿದ್ರು, ಅವ್ರು ಹೋದ ನಂತರ ಈ ಇಂಟರ್ಲ್ಯೂಡ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನು ನಡೆಸಲಾಗ್ತಿದ್ದು. ಜಾನ್ ಹೇವುಡ್ ವಾಸ್ ಅನ್ ಎಂಟರ್ಟೈನರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಅ ಜೆಸ್ಟರ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಕ್ವೀನ್ ಮೇರಿ ದರ್ಬಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಂಥ ಒಬ್ಬ ವಿದೂಷಕ. ಅವನ ಹೆಸರು ಜಾನ್ ಹೇವುಡ್. ಹಿ ವಾಸ್ ಅ ವೆರಿ ಫೇಮಸ್ ಎಂಟರ್ಟೈನರ್. ಅವನದು ದ 4 Ps is best known interludes of this period. It consists of a dialogue among a pardoner, a palmer, and a peddler. So, the interludes are nothing but the comic elements. Just to ease the tension, the writers started introducing these comic elements in serious plays, and these were the outcomes of these morality plays. And generally, these interludes were played after the departure of the king and the dignitaries. John Haywood was a very famous entertainer and a jester in the court of the Queen Mary. His famous interlude is the 4 Ps. So it has some dialogues among these characters: a pardoner, a palmer, and a peddler. So this is how we see the development of drama in English literature. Just in short, let me tell you, the English drama is not an imported commodity. It has its origin in English soil. It all started in the 11th century in England, and every Sunday people used to gather for prayers in the churches. The priests found that less number of people were attending these sermons, so in order to attract those people for prayers, the church authorities, they started enacting some of the incidents from the Bible, and slowly, gradually, people started coming to the churches in more numbers. And as they started coming in more numbers, we see the church found it very difficult to control those people. So the earlier dramas, mystery plays and miracle plays, slowly, gradually went beyond the control of the church authorities. Then in 13th century, morality plays came into existence. Then interludes came into existence, and by the time we come to 16th century, the drama was fully developed in the hands of these Elizabethan writers. So I hope all of you have understood. Thank you.